Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my decluttering series, where today we are going to be focusing on my daughter's bedroom, Adrian. If you guys been here for a while, then you know she is my messy child. I've really been surprised how good she's been keeping up with it for quite some time, because it's been a while since I've had to film one of these. But y'all, I came in here a couple weeks ago in shock and awe because it was so bad. I made her clean her room, but it definitely needs a mother's touch. And it's been a couple weeks since I made her do that deep clean, so it really needs it. And I have a feeling it's probably gonna take me 2 days. I think we're gonna start off in her bathroom first, because that needs a lot of attention, and then we'll tackle her bedroom. We'll see how far we get into it today. I'm also waiting for the AC repairman to come out again. I mentioned that he had to come out again and fix it. Well, he came out, fixed it, which he replaced a different damper motor. So both motors have been replaced upstairs. One had been replaced like 3 times. This other side hadn't been replaced yet. Well, he replaced it. That one went out. Well, that one went out again, like 2 days after he replaced it. So I'm waiting for him to call me. He should be coming today, so I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. So I figured today we're gonna focus on the bathroom, tomorrow her bedroom. But let me just show you guys what her bathroom is looking like. Here we are. Y'all, this is so bad. She just has stuff everywhere, disgusting mirror, trash overflowing. This bathtub needs to be scrubbed. I don't even know what she has going on in here. And the toilet. This is my #1 pet peeve. I don't know why she cannot clean her toilet. She has a scrub brush right there. So let's get to it. We have a lot to tackle in this bathroom. I also want to just make sure her drawers and stuff are nice and decluttered and organized. Get all this dirty clothes out of here. You guys know decluttering and organizing is one of my favorite things to do, but I knew that this job was going to take me a while, and let me tell you, it did. Over 2 full days of working in this bedroom, but when I get done, it is so worth it. This is such a satisfying before and after. So I hope you guys are ready for a really long video. This is the longest video I have put out besides my marathon videos. So grab something to drink, sit back, relax, get some motivation for later in your day, or put me on, get up, and let's start cleaning. And if you're new here, welcome. You picked a really good video for the introduction to my channel. I am a stay-at-home mom to 4, and I love sharing your realistic everyday clean with me's, decluttering, organizing. I share nothing but cleaning on this channel, so if you like content like that, I really hope you decide to hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I do upload new motivation every single week, and I would love to have you here. But as y'all saw, I started off by spraying some bleach into the toilet because it had so much mold in there. This was one of the biggest issues that I had with her bathroom when I came in a couple weeks ago. I saw the toilet was even worse than what it looked like today. It was just covered in mold. She thought it was poop stains, and I was like, no, that definitely isn't. But either way, you have a scrub brush, so tackle the messes as you see them. That is what I'm trying to teach her. But I went ahead and sprayed the bleach in there and let it sit while I worked on the floor. I could not start decluttering and sit down on this nasty floor, so I'm doing things a little bit different today. Usually I start from the top down, but today we're working from the bottom up, and that is because I could not pull stuff out and sit on this disgusting floor. It was just so gross. I could just feel things underneath my feet. So we're getting all the clutter up off of the floor. I'm wiping down around the toilet. I'm gonna mop in here, vacuum before I start pulling anything out. That way I knew I was gonna be sitting on a clean surface. If you have a big project that you're thinking about starting, maybe it's a decluttering project or just tackling an area that you know is going to be a huge beast to tackle, then I have a little bit of motivation to help get you started. I know that whenever we start thinking about what we have to get done, sometimes it can make it feel even more daunting and larger than what it actually is. So what I like to do is first off remind myself that done is better than perfect. So if I know I don't have everything to make the area exactly what I have envisioned, say if you want containers and organizers, but it's just not in the budget, just remind yourself that done is better than perfect. And eventually you can get the area to how you want it over time. But the most important thing is to start decluttering it, organizing it, and then making a game plan for what you want to put in each area. That way you don't waste money on buying things that you won't end up needing whenever you get done, because sometimes you end up getting rid of a lot more than you thought you would, and then you won't need as many of those storage bins. So that's definitely a big tip, is don't think about, oh, well, I can't do it exactly how I want, so I'm just not going to do it. That's not the mindset we want to have. We want to think about just tackling it, getting it done to our best ability at the moment. And another one that I always preach is don't tackle the entire area all at once. You can focus on one drawer, one cabinet. Like in my daughter's bedroom, we're starting in her bathroom. That is all I'm doing today because it was such a big job, and that is okay. Picking one area, tackling it to its fullest, and then you feel that accomplishment, you have that pride, and you are ready to tackle the next thing the next day or whenever you have time available. Now that the floor is clean, we can start tackling the clutter that is on top of the countertops, inside the cabinets. I want to, of course, pull everything out, see what we have, go through it. There was definitely a lot of stuff that was empty, or she refilled with the most random stuff. She is my creative child. She always is coming up with different ideas and making crafts. So I was not surprised to find quite the concoctions in her room, but because it's hard for her to get rid of those things, I know it's easier for me to come in and dispose of them, and then, you know, it's just out of sight, out of mind. So I was just fully going in and just getting rid of stuff that was unnecessary. Sometimes, but you're making me nervous. These countertops needed a very good wipe down. There was some hard stuck on grime, so I do have a little bit of the Jaws cleaner left. I actually had to put some water in there because it was so low I couldn't even spray it. I did finally pick up some new cleaner. I wanted to make some homemade cleaners. I did buy the soap, I just haven't gotten around to making it. But I found this new cleaner at Target by Method. And you guys know I love Method cleaners. I had never seen the scent eucalyptus and rosemary. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to go smell that one. It smells like Christmas to me. I don't know. There's just something about it. It almost has like a pine scent to it. And you guys know I love my pine. I love my pine sol. So when I smelled it, I had to buy it. I just couldn't. I could not pass it up. It smelled so good. So I'm going to be using that in my future cleaning videos, and I am so excited because my house is going to smell amazing. All my friends reassure that it's obvious, and that maybe I'm wasting my time, but I gotta try. The only reason I keep sneaking out at night to laugh with you in secret under city lights. After taking a peek in her drawers, I knew I had to go grab a trash bag because there was going to be some stuff that I'm going to get rid of, and a lot of stuff that did not belong in the bathroom, like toys and stickers and just all kind of random things. So we're going to pull everything out, wipe down the cabinets, and then only put the bathroom items back in here. I wanted to make sure it was organized where she knew where to put everything and she could remember. That way in the future she just has a home for all of her stuff. I feel like when they know where things belong, it's easier for them to keep up with it, to keep it organized. And honestly, since we moved into this house, I never came in here and organized for her. So this was all just wherever she wanted to stick things is where they went. And I know that's why she hasn't been able to keep up with it, because there was just no rhyme or reason to things. So now that it's all nice and organized, I'm hopeful that she's going to be able to keep up with it and I won't have to do one of these major cleanings, hopefully, for a very long time. I did pull out my Ho2 vacuum to just vacuum these little areas. The only thing that's kind of annoying about that vacuum, it works great. The top of it is always popping open and I cannot figure out like if I'm just hitting the button when I'm vacuuming or what. There's supposed to be a little switch on there where you slide it over and it locks it in place, but I don't know. I'm always hitting it and then it opens up and then I have to re-vacuum up all the trash because I spill it everywhere. So that's the only bad thing about that vacuum. It does easily open up. Just thought I'd do a little update on that since it's been a little while since I've been using it. And of course, if you guys buy it, I don't want you to be like, what the heck? But I do love it for the car because it blows so hard. And you know how you get dirt stuck in the little crevices and the cracks of your car and it's nearly impossible to get them out? It works great for that. That is one of my favorite things about that tool.
I know you feel it every time I look at you. How I feel about you. Wish me the best of luck. I'm gonna win your love. Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck. Coming to get you. Wish me the best of luck. Trying to steal your hand.
I went ahead and grabbed everything that was sitting on top of the countertop, brought it back in here so I could organize it, find a home for it, and it really did free up so much space inside of her cabinets and drawers, so that was really nice. And now when she opens them up, she can see everything that she has. And of course, we could not neglect the outside of the cabinet, so I pulled out my Method wood cleaner. We're going to give it a good wipe down. It was pretty dusty in here, so I just wanted to make sure I did a nice thorough cleaning. Then we're going to be tackling the inside of the toilet and then the bathtub. You guys, the bathtub was so gross. I will show you guys a close-up, but it just doesn't do justice. I feel like the camera makes it look so much better than what it actually looked like in real life because there was just so much stuck on grime in that bathtub. I had to scrub and scrub to get it clean.
Too hungry to eat out, too dressed up to stay in. I guess I'll call and ask around, see if someone's in for the win.
In case you guys missed the announcement, I did open up a membership tier here on this channel. So if you want to see exclusive videos and exclusive shorts from me, you can sign up for that. It's right next to the subscribe button. It should say join, and you can see all the different tiers that I offer. And I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has already signed up. You guys seriously mean so much. I am so appreciative. You're helping support my family, support me and my channel. That way I can keep coming out with more content for you guys. And pretty soon I'm going to be doing my very first live in there. So you can come hang out with me, chat with me, ask me questions. It's just a more one-on-one type of vibe in there. I did have a couple people ask if I was going to stop uploading on my channel, and no, I'm gonna be uploading just like normal, my one video per week. Just if you want extras and exclusive content that no one else will see, then you can join my membership tier and you'll get the exclusive content. But don't worry, I'm not changing my channels. They're still gonna stay the same. I'm still gonna show up just like I always have for you guys. But I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys. It seriously means so much.
No patience. It's a death dance.
Here is that overview of the bathtub. Definitely needed some TLC. So we're gonna be filling up the bathtub with some hot water. We're gonna pull out the bleach because it needed the strong stuff in here.
What we do. And me and mine, we take what we want. We are the colors. And the middle is no way. We are the highway. We are the highway.
I cannot believe we are about to be in October. I know this is when the holidays just seem to creep up on us. I feel like once it's October, the holidays are just back to back and just nonstop fun, crazy, exciting time of the year. But with Halloween being so close, we have been thinking about costumes and what we're gonna do and what the kids want to be this year. And I'm really happy that the kids actually want to reuse their costumes from last year. And then we ended up just buying a prop from Walmart. It was this cool little chainsaw thing that will go with their costumes. So thankfully this year costumes are a little bit cheaper for me. I think we're gonna try to make Ethan's at home. We made the girls' costumes last year, and then they're gonna wear the same ones this year. And then Ethan wants a homemade one as well. And then Austin's re-wearing his Jason costume from last year. So thankfully it's a little bit cheaper. When we lived in Texas, we would always buy new costumes, but y'all, it is not in the budget anymore. And so I told them, I'm like, we have to start getting a little crafty. But I'd love to hear, do you guys typically make your costumes at home, or do you buy new ones? And if you do you buy new ones every year?
Too cool to be bad, too awesome to be cruel. Fast cars don't appeal to us.
I highly recommend one of these electric scrub brushes for the bathtub. It makes life so much easier. It gets really deep into the corners, the crevices, and it does have an attachment to make it longer. So if you're cleaning the shower and you don't want to get down on your hands and knees, you can just scrub the ground with the long handle. So it definitely is a back saver.
Victory when we don't have to wait, and no patience. It's a death dance. We ain't got nothing to lose. Staring up is what we do. And me and mine, we take what we want. We are the colors. And the middle is no way. We are the highway. We are the highway.
I made sure to wipe everything down before putting it back onto the bathtub because, of course, you don't want to put a bunch of sticky bottles back on the shelf and get it dirty immediately. So I made sure to wipe it down really good. And then she did have some doubles of some products. So I put away the doubles into her cabinet. That way she doesn't have as many things around the bathtub.
City lights match our eyes. Smoky rays make way. Double
I love looking at a freshly cleaned area. There is no better feeling.
And patience, it's a distance. We ain't got nothing.
Last but not least, we had to make sure we wiped down all the light switches and the doorknobs and all the things because there was definitely fingerprints all over them.
Me and Mom would take what we want. We are the colors, and the middle way's no way. We are the highway. We are the highway. We ain't got nothing to lose.
Finally done, and look at her cute little bathroom set, you guys. My mom actually bought this for her last year for Christmas. Whenever my mom lived with us, she saw this set on Temu and thought of her, and it is so perfect and adorable. It is now the next day. I ran to Food Lion and got these tablets. Since her toilet keeps getting moldy, and no wonder, I just took the lid off of it. That is so gross. Ew, why does the wall look like that? But we're gonna put these in and hopefully this will clean this nasty toilet up.
I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without.
Day 2, and we are now ready to tackle this bedroom. I already know this is gonna be quite the job. I went ahead and grabbed a trash bag. I'm probably gonna need more than one. But the main thing, her bedroom, yes, is a little dirty, but not terrible. It's mainly the drawers. Every single drawer has so much stuff crammed into it. So that's where all of the mess lies. And we will be getting to all of the drawers. And I really want to make some space in her closet as well. We'll probably be getting rid of the little table that she has in there. It's her table that used to go with her bed. She doesn't use it. It just takes up space. So I'll probably list that, try to sell it. But let me show you guys an overview of what this room looks like. Here is her bedroom. Like I said, it doesn't look terrible when you just look in. I mean, of course, you guys know she loves her stuffed animals. I will be washing her bedding and everything today as well. We'll pull that off first. And then I want to do like a tumble dry load for all of her stuffed animals, get like the dust out of it and things like that. I meant to pick up some Odoban at Food Lion today. I knew I was forgetting something. Eventually I'll get some Odoban, but I do want to throw those into the dryer, get the dust out of them, go through these drawers. You guys can see they're bursting at the seams. And yeah, we're gonna get this place looking nice and organized. This is her closet. All right. Now to figure out where to start. I am not gonna lie, I was looking at this bedroom just thinking, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. It really was a struggle. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate looking at a project and just staring at it thinking, I don't even know where to begin. You are not alone. We all get that feeling, but the most important thing is to not let that feeling override what our plan is, what our intention is. Even if we have to just set a timer, then set a timer, do what you can. But what I love to do is just visualize the outcome. Imagine how good it's gonna look at the end, how it's gonna be worth it, how thankful and grateful my daughter will be when I get done. And that is usually the motivation for me to just get started, pick a spot and do it. So I first picked up her clean clothes that she had in her room. Then we're gonna start with her bed because obviously I needed to wash the bedding and that always takes a long time. So I wanted to pull that off. And then I decided to just put all of her stuffed animals out of her bedroom because there was just so many. And I knew I wasn't gonna be able to work in here if her room was just completely covered and I'm walking and tripping over stuff. So that was the plan. We're gonna just shove all of the stuffed animals out of here and tackle underneath her bed first. See how much junk she had under there. And then I'll slowly be moving her stuffed animals back into her bedroom on her bed after I throw them into the dryer, fluff them up, get the dust out of them. So So that was kind of the little routine that I was going to be doing as I was cleaning.
And I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves and the way that he laughs, so I can't get enough. I'm thinking about him all the time. I can't get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts.
A great way to freshen up your mattress is some good old carpet freshener, or you can just use some baking soda. You want to put it on top of the mattress, leave it sit for about 10 minutes or so, then you vacuum it off. It's going to freshen it, deodorize. Then when you vacuum it, you can make sure there's no dead skin or nasty stuff on the mattress, and it smells good again. And if you guys didn't know this, kind of gross, but dust mites actually feed off of the dead skin cells. So it's really important that you do vacuum your mattress. That way you don't have those dead skin cells sitting on your mattress, just trying to invite those little critters into your bed. So definitely make sure you take the time to vacuum your mattress frequently. And also it'll help with any sort of allergies. It'll get up any dust, pet dander, pollen, improving the air quality around you. And now that I got this one all vacuumed, cleaned up, I knew I needed to lift it up because her little bed frame thing, this is actually an adjustable bed frame, so she can lift it up if she has acid reflux or anything like that, or if she wants to lift the legs up. But it had shifted on her and all her stuffed animals were starting to fall in the crack of the bed. So I am going to be shifting the whole bed frame to put it closer to the wall and just make sure that everything is sitting right on top of the bed frame so her stuffed animals don't fall into the crack again. And by this time I had already gotten done with the first load of stuffed animals in the dryer. So the ones that have already been through the dryer, I'm going to go ahead and put on top of the mattress now that everything is nice and clean. And then all these other ones that need to go into the dryer, like I said, we're going to be putting those into the hallway out of my way because we're going to go underneath this bed and pull everything out, and just wait till you see how much she had underneath here.
Even if we stay in bed, my heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him, nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, yeah.
Y'all, I could not believe I pulled out a suitcase that was full of clothes. I was like, what in the world? That was definitely from a few weeks ago when she stayed at my parents' house. She never unpacked her dirty clothes. So I went ahead, pulled all of those out, threw them into the laundry room area so I could make sure we get those done. And little did I know how much dirty laundry I was going to be finding in her room in all of the places. Every nook, cranny, there was dirty clothes.
I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want. Yeah, I can be a fighter. I can be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter if you want.
I was trying to pick up all the big pieces of trash as I went because obviously I don't want to vacuum up those big pieces. And there was a lot of trash everywhere, you guys. She loves cutting up little pieces of paper and just making things. So I had trash everywhere.
Heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I wanna na 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 now. Yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when
just know I was underneath this bed for a hot minute trying to grab everything, and I am so claustrophobic. I am not gonna lie. It took me a while to get everything out because I just don't like tight places. So I had to keep backing up, coming out, going back in. I was trying to power through, get it done. My camera died on me as I was underneath the bed and I didn't know it. That's why you guys don't see me fully underneath the bed the whole time. But just know, I was under there for a while trying to get everything out, and I'll show you guys an overview of, yeah, there's all the stuff that was underneath there. If you guys ever struggled with decluttering because you often think how much money you spent on this item and you feel like you're just wasting money or throwing it away, let me know if you've ever had that thought, because I know that was one of the biggest things that used to hold me back whenever I would declutter. I would remember how much I spent on it and then it would just make me not want to get rid of it. But honestly, that is not the way to look at it. The money has already been spent. It's already gone, no matter if you keep the item or not. So that money just, it's never going to come back. And I like to call this a sunk cost. So you're holding on to something just because of the value of it, but it's not actually bringing you any value. It's just taking up space in your home. So instead of thinking you're wasting money, think I've already paid. I already got my usage out of it. I enjoyed this item, especially if you don't use it anymore. And if you learned a lesson like, hey, I spent money on this and I never used it, call it a lesson learned, and you won't make that mistake again. Reclaim your space. Every item that you hold on to is just taking up more physical space in your home. It's taking up your mental energy because you have to manage it, clean it, store it, move it around. And sometimes that is an ongoing cost that is greater than the monetary value of it. So my biggest tip for you guys is to just shift your perspective of it. Don't look at it as wasting money. If it's something good, you can donate it. That way others can get value out of it. But some things are better to just let go.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies.
I pretty much went through everything that I could tell for sure was junk, trash, old stuff she didn't need anymore, dirty laundry from under her bed. So I'm going to shove the rest of the stuff over to the corner because I knew I was going to need some help with that. I needed her to go through it. There were some things that I thought she could get rid of, but I felt like she needed to make that decision. So I'm just shifting it over for now, and we're going to work underneath the dresser, pull everything out, go through the trash. There were items that were just full of trash, like this little gift bag right here, nothing but trash. So definitely getting rid of all of that. Then we are finally going to start pulling some stuff out of these drawers. When I lifted up these bigger stuffed animals, I could not believe how much was in that corner too. So many pieces of clothes that still had tags on them, junk. So we need to go through all of this. I'm gonna wash all these clothes since they've been crammed into the corner. Some of them were new, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and wash them too, because who doesn't love freshly washed clothes?
I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of. How can you be so calm around me when I act desperately? You used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't want to talk anymore.
In case you guys are wondering who I'm yapping on the phone to right here, my Nana had called me and we always talk about everything. She is like my go-to person. We have such a special bond. So we were just yapping away, catching up. It had been a couple weeks since we talked. So that is who I'm on the phone with. And it's so funny because I can tell I slow down so much when I'm on the phone. There were so many moments that I had to just cut out because I'm over there talking with my hands. I'm definitely the person that talks with their hands a lot. So I had to take out a lot of those sections where I was doing that, which it's just so funny because you don't realize you do certain things until you film yourself and you have to edit it. And you're like, why do I do that? It's just so funny because there's so many things you don't realize you do until someone films you and you watch yourself back.
So numb, were we enemies? No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out.
Adrienne definitely has her own type of style, so she knows what she likes and she knows what she doesn't, and when she likes something, we get a lot of it. So we basically have the same type of pants, the same type of shorts, and they're almost all in the same color. So yeah, I really needed to go through this, get rid of some of them because she just has way too many, and I could tell there were some items that she just doesn't wear at all. So I will be getting rid of those as well. Of course, it is a bit harder when the things aren't yours, but my rule of thumb for whenever I'm decluttering my clothes is if I haven't wore it in a year, then I probably just need to get rid of it, especially if it's something that's not seasonal. Of course, you have items like jackets and hats and scarves. You're not going to wear those year round. But for those items, I like to say, okay, did I wear this last season? Then you can maybe give it one more season. And if it never left your closet or drawer, it's time to part ways. Make space for things that you actually love and use.
So hard to breathe, 'cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here.
This drawer right here are all of the Pokemon. You guys know, if you've been here for a while, my family loves Pokemon. My husband collects it. We're actually in the middle of trying to sell some Pokemon to make some money, but she has a huge collection and they're in that bottom drawer. So I just went ahead, grabbed the trash out of the drawer, left all the Pokemon because that's a pretty good space for it, and she knows where they're at and they're still organized.
It's so hard to breathe, 'cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe.
As I started going through her dresser, I realized that almost every single drawer was nothing but like knickknacks and fidgets and the most random items. So I will be ordering some shelves to go in her bedroom. That way we can put some of her knickknacks that are decorative up on the shelf out of the drawer, because obviously it's not doing any good sitting in a drawer and everything is just piling up. So I did order some. Actually have to go film me hanging them up and add that into the end of this video so I can get it up for you guys at the same time. But so I did order that, and then I also wanted to change her dresser to only clothes items, because her little stand where I have the plant on, that one will be for her toys, knickknacks, things like that, but her actual dresser, I wanted it to be designated for clothes. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be switching some things around. I'm also gonna be using the black stand that was behind the closet door. We're gonna move that and use that for her fidgets too.
Watch out, this small world is closing in, no doubt. You've been in some nasty pain, but I'll shout right until you really hear.
Now that I went through her clothes, got rid of the dirty ones that needed to be washed, the ones that no longer fit her, it is time to vacuum out the drawers and tackle the last couple ones in here that were just bursting at the seams. Quick update on the AC repair. So he did come out and fix it, or so he said. He fixed it. He said that he thought it was our panel and that we need a new panel, but he bypassed something. I guess there's two sides to the panel, the left and the right. The left is an extra bypass feature. We don't need it. So he unhooked it and said that we shouldn't have any issues moving forward and that it was just the panel. But immediately after he left that night, the AC went out on the same side of the house as it did before. So I went up there. Sure enough, the light was on our damper motor, which has always been the issue. I'm not sure why they keep going out, even though they are supposedly replacing it with a brand new one. But yeah, the light was on, so I ended up having to turn off the unit, do a reset. Thankfully, he did show me how to hit the reset buttons. I did the reset, turned it back on, and it's working again. So I have no idea what's going on at this point. I feel like there's some underlying issue, and this guy just keeps saying the same thing. So I feel like it's never going to get fixed. So at this point, I'm not sure what to do. We have a warranty with them, so we don't want to call anyone else because we've already paid to have a warranty with them. But we always get the same person, and they keep saying the same thing. So at this point, I'm not sure. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep resetting it every time it messes up.
Until it's out of sight. In no time, we'll have driven far from here. Right now, you need to pack your bags, my dear. We'll climb. The view is really great up there. I know we could be a splash of paint in a world that's otherwise so gray. Take me by my arms and say.
Those are little tiny beads to make bracelets. Adrian has a ton of bracelet making kits, but it looked like it had spilled in here. So we're gonna get this all vacuumed out.
This way, and you are typing the words down. Let them take your blank spaces. We could be a splash of paint. We could be a splash of paint.
Cleaning your kid's bedroom is basically like going on an archaeological dig because you just never know what era you're gonna uncover. Sometimes you'll find last week's snack wrapper or last year's Easter egg hunt eggs, or maybe even a sippy cup that might be old enough to vote. I mean, honestly, you just never know. I probably should be wearing gloves and a hazmat suit as I'm doing this.
A splash of paint could be. We could be a splash. Could be. Us could be. We could be a splash of paint. Could be a splash of. I know we could.
It is finally time to get this room just a smidge bit more organized. I feel right now all I've been doing is trying to maintain the chaos and get rid of some of the junk, but we're finally organizing an area. We're gonna put her pants in here. I do like to do the KonMari method of folding, so I try to do that. I try to teach the kids how to keep up with it as well. Obviously they're not perfect at it, but it definitely helps them stay organized for longer, and then I'll come in, refix everything over some time. But one of the things I did pull out of her drawer was that cute little Lilo and Stitch wall decor thing. So I did hang that up for her because it matches her room theme still, and it's super cute.
Splash of paint in a world that's otherwise so gray. Take me by my arms and say it's the first to color things this way. And you are typing the words down. Let them take your blank spaces. We could be a splash of paint.
Look at all the dirty clothes she had crammed under her bed, in the crack of her bed, in the corner, in her drawers. So much laundry. I did go ahead, switch it over, that way I can get the bedding done, and then I'll finish up the last little bit of stuffed animals. I almost got through all of them, but now I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these into her stuffed animal beanbag chair because she can definitely fit more, and this is way too much to be on her bed. So let's do that. And then you guys, I just have so much stuff I need to go through, and I honestly feel like I need Adrian to help me, so I might set aside some stuff until she gets home from school, like all of her little knick-knack things, to see if there's anything she can get rid of, because we're gonna have a lot of them. I mean, this whole stand is just like random stuff, and her dresser. So let's just finish up what we can until she gets home. I did put some more animals in here, but we do end up putting some more later because even Adrian said there was just way too many for her bed. So thankfully, by the end of this, she will have way less stuffed animals on her bed, making it a little bit easier for us to wash her bedding, because I dread it every single time I have to pull off all those stuffed animals, put them back on. It is such a pain.
It is not too late. No one belongs in the Badlands. Sinking deep.
Here is the huge pile of stuff that I pulled out from underneath the bed, the dressers, all the spaces. I'm gonna go through this, try to get rid of as much as I can. Y'all, by the end of this, I have, I believe, over 4 trash bags full of trash that came out of her bedroom, which is just wild.
Speeding up the pace. We'll never know what is coming. Take my hand, let's start running.
Of course, my memory card ran out of space while I was going through that pile of stuff, but I went ahead and threw away all the notebooks that you could tell were just previous years of school and just random stuff. So I got rid of those, but I still have a stack of stuff. I want her to go through it when she comes home. We have about an hour and a half until she'll be home. So I'm going to try to go through the other stuff and then set aside all the knick-knack things, the books, the notebooks, and have her go through it because I'm really hoping she's going to downsize. I was also looking on Amazon. I think I'm going to order some shelves to get some of her cute little like snow globes and decorative things, put them up on the wall instead of everything being crammed in a drawer. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to try to order those today. So hopefully I can get them in either tomorrow or the next day, because I really want to get it in this video. So I need to order those very soon. But the sheets are done. I'm gonna go ahead, pull the sheets out, switch everything over. I'm not gonna make the bed until everything is done because I have all those stuffed animals on there and I don't wanna have to take them on and off a million times. But I'm gonna switch that clothes over. Then we're gonna tackle that stand and her closet. And then by that time, hopefully she'll be home and we can like finalize what she wants to keep before putting it inside of that stand. So what I tried to do was put all of her clothes in her good dresser where her TV is. And then the extra little storage drawers will be for all of her knickknacks and toys and stuff like that in her little black stand. And if she has a surplus of stuff that doesn't fit in there, then she's gonna have to downsize and go through it, because honestly, I feel like majority of this stuff she doesn't really play with. So I need her to be honest with herself and make a decision on if she actually uses it, because Christmas is around the corner and I know she's gonna get some new stuff, and I really want her to have a space in her room to put her things so it's not just like crammed inside of a drawer, because we all know if things are thrown into a drawer, a cabinet, a toy box, the kids are less likely to play with it because they're going to forget it's there. It's going to be such a mess. It's going to be overwhelming for them to go look for it, find it, and play with it, that it usually just ends up being forgotten about. So it's kind of pointless to have a bunch of stuff that you're never going to touch. So we're gonna have that convo when she gets home, and then yeah, hopefully we can finish this. Y'all, this is a way bigger job than I thought it was gonna be. The bathroom yesterday ended up taking me so long, and now this, yeah. But I hope I can finish it up quickly because I want to get this video up for you guys hopefully Sunday. But if it takes me longer, it might end up going up on Monday. I was trying to make sure I did not neglect the laundry. I did not want to get to the end of the day and not have her bedding done. So I was trying to stay on top of it, plus start tackling all the clothes that I pulled out of her room. You guys, I had so many piles of laundry to do after I got done in her bedroom. Time to tackle this stand, which was just a big old jumbled mess. I just found another bag of trash. That's what I said. So we're going to go ahead and pull everything off of this stand, and I end up moving this because I realized when I go to start cleaning out her closet that you can't fully open up her closet door because the stand is right here. Not to mention she also has a stuffed animal organizer on the inside of her closet. So it already takes up a lot of space. It makes it hard for her to get in there. So we do end up moving this stand to a new spot. Honestly, majority of the stuff that was on this stand ended up in the trash because it was just so much junk, and I feel like she had no idea where to put it, so she just piled it on this stand. So it is a good thing that we are going through it.
Love is like a roller coaster, but I'm trying to hold on. I don't want it to stop. Even though we fight sometimes and it feels like a war zone, I still care about us. How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken.
One of y'all had a brilliant idea to put like a poster board down at the bottom of the racks to make it a flat surface. And I think I want to do that for this shelf right here because she has a lot of little things that she wants to sit on top and they fall through the crack. So I think soon I'm going to go pick up a poster board and try to make a perfect little shelf to go on there. If I can find a black poster board, that would be even better. But I just thought that was such a good idea. So thank you, whoever made that suggestion. You made it for my pantry declutter to put on the shelves, which is also a really good idea. But I think if I did it in my pantry, I would want to get like an actual piece of wood just to make it look a little bit more formal. But for her little wire stand, I feel like that would look really good to just have a black poster board at the bottom.
What we said, I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door.
time to tackle this closet. Of course, a bunch of random stuff in here again, and this white stand, I do get rid of it. We don't need it in here, so I take that out of there. It frees up a lot of space, and I ordered a new basket to put the shoes in, which I will be setting up at the end of this video as well, and I think that'll help keep her closet looking really nice and organized and just make it easier for her to store her shoes.
Dealing with emotions, but I want you to know that you'll always be on my mind, even in the hard times. I care about you. How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broke.
I've been slowly getting all of her laundry done over the last couple days, and y'all, we have got to get some more hangers because we did not have nearly enough hangers. So currently her clothes are just kind of laid out flat on her beanbag chair until I can get some more hangers. One of the things I wish we could change in this house were the sizes of the closets in the kids' bedrooms. They made our master bedroom closets ginormous. Both me and my husband have a huge closet, but all the kids' rooms have mini closets and we can barely fit their clothes in there. I wish there was a way we could expand their closets, but for now we have to work with what we got. So we're trying to fit all of the shirts into a tiny little space.
Forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me.
By this time, Adrienne is home and we are finally going through and finalizing what she wants to keep, what she wants to get rid of. I sped this up really fast because it took us a hot minute, but I am so proud of her. She did so good, and anytime she struggled with an item, I just asked her, do you love it? When's the last time you played with it? If it's not recently, then it's time to get rid of it.
Pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, love you a little bit more. 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 How do you move on when everything is wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what you said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer.
Thankfully, she did have quite a few bins, so the plan was to keep enough fidgets where she can keep them organized in a bin, and if they were overflowing, then we knew she had to part ways with some more.
I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, love you a little bit more. Just a little bit. Love you a little bit more. Love you a little bit more. Just a little bit. Love you a little bit more.
I was just a kid when I met you, honey.
Last but not least, time for her to go through the stuff on her dresser. A lot of the stuff was going to go on the shelf, like her little snow globes, and then there's also a puzzle of Lilo and Stitch that she made a couple months ago, and we keep meaning to buy a frame for it so we can frame it on the wall. So we're gonna leave that puzzle on her dresser for now, but the plan is to buy a frame for it and hang it up.
Down bed wishing you'd come and save me. If only I had a time machine back then, I'd see us dancing in the kitchen light. No one thought we could ever make it. Didn't know time could move so fast. 10 years later and I'm still your baby. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing.
Now I'm just trying to go through and organize her fidgets and her little knickknacks as best as I could. That way each bin has its designated items so she knows which one to put it in, and I feel like we did a really good job. We really narrowed it down.
Painting pictures, you and me. Late night drives, music loud, ours for speaking. Close my eyes and I was dreaming. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me. About what love, she gon' love you like summer 15. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me. About what love, she gon' love you like summer 15. Can't see myself without you now, it's overdue. We try to go our separate ways, but I come back, it's true. Maybe we're both missing out on life, playing by the rules.
I went ahead and stored her suitcase underneath her bed. That way if she needs it, she can grab it out. And in the meantime, we're also going to be putting her little puppy dog thing in there. It's like a robot dog, and you can control it with the little cards, but she knows where it's at. It's going to be in her suitcase right under her bed. That way it stays a little bit more organized. She also has that little guinea pig cage with the purple top. I asked her, do you play with this? If not, we should really get rid of it because it takes up a lot of space. And she does play with the little guinea pigs inside of it, but not the actual cage. So I went ahead and I will be pulling the guinea pigs out and then throwing away that little plastic cage. We also got rid of the lava lamps. We have tried quite a few different lava lamps from Walmart and had the worst luck. They always break. So that's why I threw away that one, because they just keep breaking. I don't know what's going on, but I'm about over buying lava lamps.
Because of you, hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but I will be forever young in your arms. Tell the story about you and me. About what love, she gon' love you like summer 15. Hold tight, 'cause I know that we're changing, but
I was in the midst of cooking dinner and doing all the things, so I was really trying to hurry up and just get the room to a point where it was organized and clean before she went to bed. So I was really trying to hustle. We do put her shoes in the closet for now, nice and stacked up, but we did buy a bin for it. We will get it in the next clip. You'll see me organize the shoes and hang up the shelf. It ends up looking so good in here, but the last few items, we're just putting it in the stand that is designated for her toys and crafting items and all the things.
tell the story about you and me. About what love, she gon' love you like summer 15. Gon' love you like summer 15. Like summer 15.
I used to stay up all night trying to find my place, chasing neon lights and looking for some kind of trace to lead me out of darkness. Give me a little faith, something to make me stronger, someone who could light the way. Then you came to me.
Her dresser was still covered in so many different beads, so we tried to salvage as many of them as we could, put them in her little bead container. Then I'm going to be wiping down this dresser, getting the clutter off of it because it was so dusty. There was just so many things on here collecting a bunch of dust, so I told her she really needs to try to keep this clear. That way it's easier for her to dust and keep clean.
I almost can't believe it. Every time we touch, I feel at home. That's the way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know we're gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know we're gonna be alright. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. When I
don't know anybody that could compare to you. The way you're always smiling, the way you light up a room. I couldn't live without you, not even if I tried. Cause every day I'm with you, I'm flying over the clouds.
It is crazy how much electronics really attract dust. Every time my kids have electronics in their room, and the more they have of them, the more dustier it gets. So I really need to try to make a point to go in and dust more frequently.
Yeah, I'm flying over the clouds, and I'm not coming down. Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know you're gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know you're gonna be alright. Cause when we touch is when I really come alive.
Yay, we were finally getting close to the end. She was so excited. She wanted me to finish her room tonight so bad. She was like, Mom, I really hope you can finish, which I knew the shelves and the basket we were going to have to wait on, but everything else I could finish up. So we were determined to finish it up before bedtime. And now that the room is nice and vacuumed, we're going to go ahead and go through her stuffed animals on her bed, because she did say she wanted less on her bed. So she's looking at all of them and then deciding which ones she wanted to put in her beanbag chair.
When we touch is when I really come alive. I couldn't be without you now. I just can't see how, not even if I tried. I couldn't be without you now. I just can't see how, cause I need you by my side. Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go.
There is nothing better than a clean washed bedding. I love the smell of fresh washed linen whenever you climb into the bed. So I know she was so happy to get in bed this night. And because her room was so neat, she kept saying, it looks so different in here. I love it. And she even said she is for sure going to keep up with it. She just felt really overwhelmed because she just had too much of a mess. So she didn't know where to start. So I'm happy. This is a great reset for her, and she'll be able to keep up with it a lot easier. This is now the next day. I got the bin in. It was quite a bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but thankfully it still fit in the closet, so she has plenty of space to add more shoes into there. But we're going to just push it over to the left side and have all the shoes contained. Then we're going to build the shelves. Thankfully the shelves were so easy to put together, to hang up. I'm not good at doing the anchors in the wall, so for now I just hung them up as is. Then if she wants to put anything heavy on them, I'm gonna have to have my husband come in and put the anchors into the wall. So I told her just put light stuff on there for now. We did put her snow globes, but I felt like they weren't too heavy, so hopefully it'll be good. Fingers crossed. We don't want it falling down, but thankfully if it does fall, it'll fall on the beanbag chair.
Gonna be alright. Yeah, I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know you're gonna be alright. Cause when we touch is when I really come alive.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap motel with our clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here.
I initially was planning to put them one on top of the other and just like a little off to the side, a little offset, but after looking at it, it just seemed too close to the TV. So we decided to put one near the window and then one near the TV, and I feel like it looks so good. I love how it turned out. I did also order a little shelf for her bathroom, and it also has hooks on it for her to hang up all of her necklaces and bracelets. That's coming in a couple days, so you won't see that in this video, but I am excited to add that. But here is the final look. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't believe it. The before and after is insane. I really hope this gave y'all tons of motivation to tackle your space in your home. If it did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I hope you subscribe. Join my YouTube family. I upload new cleaning every single week, and I would love to have you here. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.